Hello everyone, my name is Nicolás Molina and my partner is Manuel Suárez. Today we're going to introduce you some objectives that we have with our lesson plan. We are micro-teaching, and first of all, the topic that we're going to show you is about the cultures in Colombia and the target population that we have as people for 20 and 25 years old, and their skill level in English is B2, so it's a very high level class. In general aspects about the objectives that we have with this lesson plan, mainly the language objectives that we have is that the students will be able to talk about their different cultures and about their specific cultures, and to introduce themselves through their identity that they have with the culture and the context. And the cultural aspects, the cultural objectives that we have is that the students will be able to show some part of their culture in a direct way, and also they will be able to talk in a deeper way and try to understand more deeply about others' culture, because we want to create a shorter space of debate just in order to know more about different cultures in Colombia. Okay, about the language context and about the different skills and the language skills, we're going to focus on three different aspects: the reading, the listening, and the speaking. So in the reading, we have an explanatory test with about to create in the student short and brief aspects about the context of the class. And in the speaking and the listening part, as I said before, we have a short space of debate, and they are going to talk about their culture and also try to understand different aspects and characteristics about their partner's culture. Yeah, so that's the mainly part of the lesson plan, obviously. And the procedure we're going to see you in this moment, please, Manuel.
Hello, my name is Manuel Suárez, and now I'm gonna explain you how do we develop this lesson plan with my partner Nicolás Molina. So first I want to explain that this lesson plan is designed for 2 hours of class, and it's divided into 3 parts. The first one is warm up, that is the beginning of the class. The second part is the follow-up part, that is like the main content of the class, and the last one is the wrap up, that works like a resume of the lesson. So first, the warm-up consists in a basic reading activity where the students has to read the text Colombian cultures and famous traditions. So they have to read this text and has to identify basic and common elements of the Colombian cultures according to how it's shown in the text. This activity has a duration of 30 minutes. The second part, the follow-up, is the activity show and tell, where the students has to already plan or prepare a little presentation about its own culture. So during this activity, during the class, they have to show the basic and common elements of its culture in their presentations. Each student has its own turn, and meanwhile a student is showing a culture, the other students, their partners, has to take some notes and has to make some questions to prepare everything for the next activity. So again, they have to recognize and identify basic elements of the culture. This activity, because every student has to talk and has to make his presentation, has a duration of 1 hour. Finally, the wrap-up activity, the end, is a final discussion and debate, where the students, with all the information learned with the text and with the presentations, has to discuss about how stereotypes affect the image of a culture and how it's possible to avoid those stereotypes to understand better another culture. This activity has a duration of 30 minutes. And that will be the end of the activity. And finally, I want to recall for the resources, and there is just one prepared by the teacher that is the text Colombian Cultures and Famous Traditions. And that will be it.